Hello, welcome to Mindful Musings. I'm Dee Dee, your host. I'm an energy alchemist, sound bowl practitioner, and an intuitive. Happy Sunday, and this is the day of the new moon partial solar eclipse. So this is a reset time, reset. The next few months is all going to be about, as if we haven't already, releasing the old and making way for the new. And I wanted to, real quick, I love this stuff. Got this when we went on our trip to Colorado at the Rocky Mountain National Forest. I know you can get it online or on their website, Wazani Liquid Smudge. Oh, I like this. I'm doing the original. Just smudging. Since sometimes my sinuses don't like the actual smoke. Anyway, we're smudged. Anyway, I wanted to follow up with you because I know some of you had expressed interest, curiosity as to how my 50th high school reunion went. We had our casual evening on Friday and then the official reunion last night, Saturday. And it was very, very lovely. I'm still processing it all, so talking with you is going to assist me in processing it. But one of the things that really came forward for me was grace, was how to say this. It was proof to me that we can have a large gathering and with common ground, share our love and our joy and our celebration. And that's what got to me, or that's one of the things that I think I received the most, was that, I mean, literally, there were hundreds of people, and no, I didn't know all of them. Luckily, we had name tags both nights. Last night was the one that had the picture of who we were, our senior picture. But I think, when I close my eyes, the faces I see, and I won't name names, but it was just the outright joy and childlike innocence and play of several of, well, I'll say they're my friends. They're my friends now. Not that we had a lot to do with each other in high school. We connected a bit, I think, in maybe grade school and junior high, but it was just it was literally like seeing each other and this spark of absolute joy, and with just seeing the little kid in each other, and hugs and love, and could not give a crap what political party you were. And that was so joyful because, of course, with that many people, they're very extremes, and there have been episodes like on social media where it got ugly, and I was kind of afraid of that. But then again, walking into it, it was like, no, when we all came together in love and in celebration of what we have in common, there was no room for divisiveness. There was no room for that pettiness, the tribal. I mean, yes, eventually did people go to the, by the second night, kind of start forming the groups, the cliques that hung out with in high school, of course, because that's the comfort zone. but especially the first night, there was no opportunity for click, and it was just everyone going, "Whoa, you, oh my God, I haven't seen you. How are you?" And just sharing the love and excitement, and touched my heart deeply that a few of the people that I really connected with, again, wasn't close really in high school, but our hearts had connected. And when you raise your vibration, you attract that vibration. And it was, again, a handful. Because remember, we're in Kansas, and although it's getting more open-minded, there's still a lot of like, what do you mean chakras? What do you mean energy? What do you mean channeling? That kind of stuff. But we found each other, and that was beautiful. And it was, again, I think it was really the beauty of coming together in childlike wonder and just connecting and trusting that those you connected with were the ones you were supposed to connect with. And at least for me, there was no hidden agenda, but I do have to confess. Okay, the setup is my husband and we went to high school together. We knew each other, and I kind of set him up with my best friend in high school at that time. We did not reconnect until our 30th high school reunion. And that's when we just went, "Oh, hi, I know you." And, like for me, it was like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to, just be. And I'm not going to try and change you. You're not going to try and change me. We've both been through that with our other relationships, and I'm just going to love you for who you are. And it was very refreshing. So that was 20 years ago. So that being said, we went together to the reunion, and that was lovely. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I was going with the True Confessions is the first night when we went. We got there early, and then we drove around for a little while, and then we ended up parking in an adjacent parking lot, and we waited in the car for about 30 minutes to get our courage up to go inside. That, and we were meeting a couple, a friends of ours, to arrive, and then we walked in together. But that's the nerve-wracking part of it. And then in sharing that in laughter with several other people, that allowed them to say, "Oh my God, I was so nervous. I didn't want to come in either." And that's sweet. It's just when you're honest and you're authentic, it's a beautiful thing. And you will attract the same. And I think that's one of the big lessons I learned. And also that my perception of who I was back then isn't necessarily the perception that others remember of me. Because I think back at that time and go, yeah, I was sweet, I was cute, but oh my God, was I neurotic, and I was just totally out there because I was in theater. And so you got the high school thing going on, you got whatever, the hormones running all over the place, the need for attention, and need for attention and all that. I was very gregarious and out there. And so I look at myself back then, I go, oh, I was really superficial. I wasn't perceived that way. I even had some person who he was a, like a star, like football player. Oh my God, who said, "You're just so sweet and authentic and genuine then, and you still are." I was like, what? Huh. Scratched my head a little bit on that. But again, it touches my heart that we can be so hard on ourselves. And we can really do a number on our self-worth. And it really goes to show that we create our own reality. And someone else's reality is totally different. Anyway, if more comes up for that, I will speak that, but I know several of you are interested. I had a fantastic time. I am tired. Well, yes and no, because we're a whole bunch of old folks. We're all pushing 70, and you're not used to being up as late as we all were. Which is kind of, again, a very humorous thing that we would all confide that in each other. Oh my God, it's 8:45. I'm usually getting ready for bed or getting ready to sit down to read for a while. But no, we were still out. It gives me great hope. It does. It gives me hope that ultimately, we all crave and want the same things. We want to experience love. We want shelter. We want connection. And we're just going through an incredibly tough time on this planet, and especially in the United States, where we've forgotten that. We have forgotten how, as a child, none of that came into play at all. At least when I was a child. Things might be different now. But children are children, curious, and we haven't created the us versus them. We were taught how to do that. We were conditioned to create sociological separateness. But in our heart, when we just allow ourselves to smile from our soul and from our heart, we connect. And I do believe that is possible. I do believe that. Even the most opposite ones of my particular views, we still put it all aside and we're just there heart to heart. Oh, yeah. So I would say healing is taking place. Ooh, I guess so. It's a beautiful experience. Like I said, I'm still processing it. But I'm filled with great hope and confirmation that indeed we will find common ground. And in that ability to find the common ground, we will come together and create solutions. We will create new. And with that acknowledgement, the old world has to crumble. All the old systems, the old divisiveness, the old way of thinking, the limitations, the war, the againstness, that has to go away. And what was just coming in as I was saying this was, I think I touched on it in last video or the video before, is it's not enough to put a Band-Aid on it, you know, because we have been on that hamster wheel for a long time, for centuries. Empires rise, empires fall, and then they rise again, but they're still being built upon the old grid, the old systems, the old that. So it's, even though it's a new start, it really isn't, because it's still built on the old paradigm. So it just rises again to meet with the same stuff that doesn't work and crumbles. I think we are at the point where we are not going to be able to rebuild on the old platform. And that's why the systems of the 3D, you know, the government, the banking, the corporations, all that, they will be disassembled, totally renovated, fresh. I mean, they might not exist, but they have to crumble so that we have the freedom to create in the new energy what will work for humanity in the new energy level. So that's the difference, I guess, this time around. Is like, this time we're going to really like let it fail, and it's ugly, and can be kind of frightening. And again, that's where we really need to focus on being grounded and coming into your heart. Grounding, heart, center of your head, so you can see through the eyes of neutrality, from compassionate detachment, connecting to your divine wisdom, allowing the earth to flow in, allowing the cosmic, clearing out your energy field, being connected to the earth, and breathing deep breaths into your heart. And do this throughout the day. And the most powerful statement you can would be breathing it in and exhaling, breathing in gold through the heart, and then exhaling it, letting it fill you. And as you breathe in, as you exhale, I am. And do that again as you inhale. I am. And do that several times. And then you may even add on, I am divine. I am sovereign. I am light. Declaring the I am, to get into the presence, into the now, and into owning your sovereignty. And when you are going out into the 3D world and into situations where you may feel unsure, you drop your grounding, you breathe, go into your neutral place, and you declare who you are. And who you are is, I am. All right, maybe I'll hop over and see if there's a further message that my beloved Spirit team has to offer today the new moon, partial solar eclipse, followed by tomorrow, which is the equinox, which, remember, equinox means balanced light and dark. Balanced hours of sunlight to the balanced number of hours of darkness. Equality, balance. So, that being said, for the highest, greatest good of all concerned, may only love and truth speak through me. Thank you, my spirit team. And remember to like, subscribe, share, if you feel so inclined. All right, who wants to talk? I knew it's the wisdom of Avalon. I closed my eyes, and that's the one I saw, and when I opened it, sure enough. And that just reminds me of the, from Camelot, which is Avalon. I think I wrote this, I guess I wasn't superficial, now that I'm thinking of it. In my senior yearbook, I think, you could put a quote, and mine was from Camelot. Time goes by, or do we? Close your eyes, and we'll see. As we were, we shall be. Weep no more, follow me. I like that. As we were, we shall be. And then meaning that it's the purest form of it. As we were, authentically, we shall be. We won't have to cry and weep for feeling separate anymore. Whoa! Okay, let's see. I did not hold that up, did I? Wisdom of Avalon, Colette Baron Reed. First one, which I like it, was the serpent, which is knowledge and healing. And along with that is the frog, with cleaning house and releasing emotional baggage. Well, is that just simply perfect or what? A serpent also being the Kundalini energy, that the awakening Kundalini, the awakening passion, the balance. As we gain knowledge, as we claim the knowledge, the ancient knowledge within. And the healing part is as we are releasing emotional baggage, which we all are. This is the time. This eclipse season is the time of releasing, as we are letting go. And letting go, literally cleaning house. That which, to coin an overused phrase, does not spark joy, let it go. Because when we hang on, we're telling the universe we don't trust. We hoard. And it's like hoarding your energy, or hoarding your love, hoarding that. It creates a tightness, and then the universe can't give because you're not open to receiving. When you release and you let go, and when you clutter clear, when you release items that no longer serve you, emotions, limiting beliefs, thoughts, patterns that no longer serve you, it then opens the space for the new to come in. And that's where the true healing is. So now's the time to also, besides physically clearing out the space, always energetically cleaning out your space, but also be very aware and mindful of what thoughts are going through your head. How are you talking to yourself? Because in the new 5D, manifestation is going to be pretty much instantaneous, and you may or may not be experiencing that now. But remember, form follows thought. So observe your thoughts and what you are saying to yourself. Even things you say about yourself in jest, they're hurtful. And don't go into judgment about it. It's just bring in just an awareness and a love and a forgiveness for yourself, for judging yourself, and applying kindness and compassion. But even things, as one of my dearest friends always says, "Oh, I'm not worthy," and she means it as a joke. But it hurts my heart to hear that, because, oh, my sweetheart, you are so very worthy. And that's just a habit. It's a habit. We say those things to ourselves, and oh, I can't do that. Don't can't on yourself. When you say I can't, the universe says okay. But I'm willing to. I am open. Watch how you may be limiting yourself. What limiting beliefs are you still holding on to you that do not serve you? They never did, but they're just a part of the pattern. And that's what obviously came up for me at my reunion and throughout all the years, is the recognition of the different things I've been playing in my mind, the different scenarios that may have been holding energy of limitation and misperception that perhaps really did not exist except in my mind. Remember, our mind is a powerful tool. Using our mind to help us, to create, to plan, to be assertive. Our mind helps with structures and patterns and recognizing that. Our heart, our intuition, is the one with concepts and healing. And when we need to do the brain-heart connection, high heart, and that is where we will be living. And that is where we will be creating, is from our heart. But in the meantime, our mind has had the rule all these years. So we have to reprogram. What are we saying? What are we thinking? And it's not easy necessarily, because we've learned to say a lot of judgmental things about ourselves. But just, it's the awareness of, oh, I did that. Let me bring that in. Let me replace it with a positive and bring in forgiveness and love for ourselves. Likewise, if you find yourself wanting to jump into that judgment wagon, stop yourself. Or be aware of what judgment are you wanting to place on someone else, and then turn that right around, that mirror, and see what that reflects inside of you that is calling out to be healed and transmuted. It's very powerful stuff. Not comfortable, so you may end up wanting to ask for assistance. Definitely, I would encourage you to always ask for assistance of your higher self, your guides, guardian angels, archangels, galactic beings, celestial beings, whoever you connect and resonate with, because they are here to support us, because they know this is it is just continually ramping up, and we haven't seen it yet, the end of it yet, but we're getting there. So the more we are just letting go of what does not serve us and what holds us down, what limits our belief, what limits our loving, our ability to love, as we let it go and transmute it, we remain open to receiving the magnificent love, to receiving in our heart from the highest of highs, knowing that we are indeed worthy, we are abundant. Our natural state is one of abundance and love. The universe always provides, it always takes care of us. It's our limiting beliefs that have created the obstacles. That's why we're releasing them now, so that we can ultimately come together. We've all will have been releasing that which no longer serves us and serves the highest, greatest good. We've been releasing our limiting beliefs. And can you imagine coming together with this expansiveness where we know that we're powerful creators and that what we think we can and will create? It gets to be very mindful, being very aware of where you're putting your energy. Where are you focusing? It's very exciting too, actually. Well, this took a turn I didn't expect it to. So I know what I'm going to be continuing to focus on as it comes up. You don't have to dig for it. It's going to come up. It's organically going to come up in your face, and you'll know, oh yes, I am to bring in compassion and love and heal and transmute this. You'll know. Anything else? Rise above. Rise above what's going on out there. Disengage. Come into yourself. Stay hydrated. Please get outside if you can. Connect with Mother Earth. Allow her to absorb any of the frenetic energies that you may have, anything you want to release. Allow her to take it, and then she transmutes it and then gives you her healing energy. Likewise with the cosmic energy. No one can do this for us. We have to do it ourselves. And we are in the midst of creating our sovereignty. Remember, I am. Two of the most powerful words that you can declare to yourself and chant quietly from your heart. The I am. All right. The I am in me sees the great I am in you. And it's glorious. Namaste.